Today, let's talk about the university funding policy under Trump administration. We all heard about Trump has already decided to cut the federal funding for the university in the U.S. Supporting Hamas or anti-Semitism, especially the Harvard University. So famous worldwide that I think that everyone has dreamed of entering Harvard University and be proud of being one of the alumni. Now we all know that the beginning of this university, of course, hundreds years ago, it is set up by those very faithful Christian in the U.S. So of course it is a religious university, a Christian religion based university, just like the U.S. Who built their constitution on Christianity. Of course, recently the development shows us that it is already under great influence from communism, from anti-Semitism, by some terrorism ideas, or even by some communist countries. In the past, the Democratic government, the Democrats ruled the U.S. government. They support, they fund this university no matter what they have done, no matter what happened in the university, even though the students, more and more anti-Semitic students, more and more students supporting Hamas, supporting what they said is not terrorism. What they said is a global idea. That means you should accept all people, even those in terrorist country, even those in communist country. Let us just embrace them, give them more chances. So now we can, and then of course they, on one hand, they accept federal funding, but on the other hand, they also accept private funding, donation, which we all see that those donations come from those countries and those government leaders who become very rich after their corruption, their bribery, or something like that. Okay, actually, the situation in the U.S. Also founded in Hong Kong. Hong Kong in the past also earned prestige like the U.S. universities. The university in Hong Kong, especially one of those famous university in Hong Kong for already over 100 years, it has earned a great prestige, just like the Harvard University worldwide. Why? Because this Hong Kong University, because it is set up when Hong Kong start its modern development and prosperity. So all those alumni, those graduates, they already been so successful in every sector in Hong Kong, of course, and all those alumni, either they come from rich family, good family, or either they become successful businessmen, successful professionals in all sectors. So of course, being one of the graduates, you are so proud of it. And then during my age, it is a great honor to enter this university, especially if you can enter those faculty like law faculty, doctor faculty, English faculty. We all call this kind of graduates, or not yet graduate, only those once you accepted to the university, your whole family can earn honor. The Cantonese people, the Hong Kong people, will call this as sounds like those great officials in the past history in China, which your whole family, your whole tribe, your whole community, even your future earlier generation will earn honor, will earn such a great prestige, and you are just called the son or daughter of the heaven, 天之驕子 that means you are already in the higher structure, society structure in Hong Kong. Of course, all those graduates, either you become doctor, you become lawyers, you become you just become teacher. You are graduate from the famous university teacher. You still earn greater honor than others in the same sector. At that time, when I become a secondary school teacher after graduation from that university, I discovered that, of course, some other some other colleagues, they either are graduated from only education school or from other university or even other schools who are not from my university. I can hear that and see that we are divided. Okay, those from that university, those are not from that university, and those of course my alumni, they earn more respect. Okay, of course I don't think that I'm quite different from them. I'm just a new teacher. I think that we are equal, or even they are my senior. I respect them. But I can see and hear and understand clearly that they are separated into two streams or even three streams. Those not educated from university, those from other university, and those from my university. I confess that all those from graduated from my university, especially during my age, my generation, we are really regarded as the son and daughter of heaven. We are so honored, we're so respected, and then we're so admired. Of course, it's not easy already to enter that university, and then not easy to get graduated, and then of course not easy to get graduated from the faculty of medicine, law, or even English literature. So I graduated from the Department of English Literature and teaching English and Chinese at the same time. So I think that all those graduated from the Harvard University, of course, they earn prestige and honor worldwide. They're so proud of themselves. They're so proud of being one of the alumni, and then they are so glad if they can enter this university. But now it seems all things have changed. We just heard about the news, the executive order from the Trump administration. He has not only cut the funding, he has also passed an order that no more visa for those students coming to the university, even accepted to Harvard, but they are not given visa. Actually, personally, I feel so sorry and so pity for all those students. If they have really worked hard, they are really academically fitted to enter this Harvard University. I really saw for that they are under influence, and then it's so difficult to get an entrance into a famous worldwide university. But then now under this administration, that they are blocked. Okay, but of course we know that this policy actually has closed the access to Harvard University by all those governments who send their supporter, who send their own people who are not really academically qualified, but only because they have the money. They send them with the money. They enter the university with the money behind, okay, which maybe we don't know. We cannot find out. No one try to find out who really enter with academic profound performance, or who just get in because of the strong financial and political background, or even because of corruption and bribes. So of course, once again, those Trump supporters will support this policy. Those Trump Trump hatred person will not support this, and then there's another war. You see trade war, you see political war. This time is the education war. Of course, if this has blocked the door of access to those who enter, just want to control the U.S. education, just want to control the highest academic platform in the U.S. so that they control the mindset, the concept of every caliber in the U.S., every professional in caliber. Then this is a good blockage. If just like you block the border, then you block all those illegal. If you block this access, if you really block all those violent supporters, those terrorism supporters, those anti-Semitism supporters, or even those communism supporters, or even those corruption supporters. Of course, this is good to block. And then all those who suffer from the same policy, but if they really actually their academic performance is so good, but what can we say? Okay, you are under that influence now, but to have a whole big picture, then we know that it is a blockage, like the blockage of the border is a blockage to all those terrorism, violence, and communism. We all know that in the past, the U.S. has already more and more under the influence of terrorism, anti-Semitism, communism, and new-born ideas. That's why I'm so surprised to hear that in the past few years, even in a Christian country like the U.S., even in the Christian public school in the U.S., the Christian teacher are forbidden, or even the Christian students are forbidden to pray publicly in the school. So it is quite surprised to see this trend, quite unexpected, to see the development of such trend in a country build their constitution on Christianity, build their country on Christianity, and even build on very traditional and conservative Christianity. So now we can see how the trend has gone astray to another side, which is anti-traditional conservative Christianity. This is a trend going in another opposite direction, even going to anti-Christianity, anti-faith. Okay, so not to say to support Trump or to oppose Trump. Judging from the development in the high-level education, I hope that people can see the good influence and bad influence in the past and now under the current policy and the current administration. Of course, judging from personal cases, of course, I do believe that there are some innocent students who really suffer under this policy. I heard that even those not graduated, even those not already in the U.S., already in Harvard, they are also forced to change to some other university or some other faculties or some other subjects. Of course, it is a big influence. And then some students, maybe they have a scholarship, their scholarship is cut. Of course, it is a big influence, or it is an end to those innocent students who really suffer a lot, working hard to gain this access personally, okay, in the lawful way to this university. So actually, I would like to share more in my next video about how I see and experience in the development in the Hong Kong University, also experience that kind of opposite trend, from good to bad, of course, like what happened in the past few years in the US. So I will share in the coming video.